Hey, it's your old pal Chris. Gotta remember to look at you, not over there at the screen. Got a story for you. So my very first concert was when I was 17 years old, January of 1995. And my friend John, who'd been to a whole bunch of concerts before, he invited me to go along with him and a group of friends. I was really looking forward to it because it was one of my favorite bands at the time, and now my favorite band of all time, 9 Inch Nails. So we go, and it's an awesome concert, and people were leaping over our heads. There's a whole bunch of stories about that concert. I mean, let me pause the story that I want to get to just for a second to tell you that my very first concert experience basically involved this, right? So the opening act was Pop Will Eat Itself. Look them up, pretty good. The middle act was the Jim Rose Circus. Not a musical act, a circus, quote unquote, freak show act. And that was amazing. Although I don't think we saw it there. They were known for a guy who would hang a cinder block from his you-know-what. His you-know-what. Crazy stuff. And then 9 Inch Nails comes out. Now, they were on a tour called the Further Down the Spiral tour, which was a continuation of or it was a playoff of their album, which had come out the year before, The Downward Spiral. And they were kind of aggressive. They were making a mess. They would break things. It was awesome for lots of reasons that I mean, I had lost my grandfather the year before. I was super angry and ready for this kind of music. But it was my kind of music. So it's pop music, right? If you really get down to what 9 Inch Nails is, it's pop music with a lot of noise around it and with some anger and whatever. But underneath it is just supremely good pop songs. At any rate, so one of the things I did that night, so just to get back to the concert for a second, we were in the final row before a sort of the final row of, not the balcony, but of the sort of mezzanine. I don't know. We were the final row before there was a huge drop off to the floor. And of course, everybody who was anybody wanted to be on the floor. They wanted to be in the mosh pit. So the moment the lights went down, people started driving as a wedge down from the upper levels of the stadium, right? Down like this as the path gets narrower. I mean, they eventually got to be too much for the security guards. They also eventually got to be too much for the railings, and the railings went poosh, and some of my friends were underneath there. Luckily, no one died. Some people did get injured. People got to the floor. Now, once that kind of wasn't an option anymore, people behind us started getting up on their chairs. They started getting up on the chair right behind us, and then leaping over our heads down to get into the floor, into the pit. That was my first concert. And so I bought a t-shirt. And I've had this t-shirt low these many years. And it looks like this. It's got I remember when I first saw this up on the wall, I thought it was cat puke. And that made me want it. And then I realized it was rope. But you can see, I mean, you might be able to see, let me see if I can get this for the, well, you can definitely see this. That is one of the armpits. The other armpit is slightly less torn. But I'm never getting rid of it. Further Down the Spiral, 1995. Never getting rid of it, but I'm never going to wear it again. I think the last time I wore it was to the I Could Just Diary event, where I read from my high school journals, and I read it for partially comedic effect. Anyway, so I've been thinking about replenishing my t-shirt stores, because I've got a lot of t-shirts like this one. This makes me sad. Guardians of the Galaxy, James Gunn. Anyway, so I got a lot of t-shirts that don't quite fit me, and I went on a sort of t-shirt buying spree. And the first of the t-shirts to arrive was this t-shirt. Gotta make sure I cover my address here. Can't really, hold on. You can see it's part of the Nine Inch Nails logo. And I've been waiting to open this up since it arrived this afternoon. And I can't wait to share with you what t-shirt I ordered from nin.com. I'm very excited about this. It looks like this. Yeah, it's the same thing, except it doesn't say 1995 on it. So now I have this t-shirt, which I loved and wore to shit all those years, but with armpits intact. Armpits intact, man. That's what you need with a t-shirt.